Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Knuppe Ranch. Mom and Dad are on vacation for a week. They decided to take a vacation here before we started calving and before it gets warmer and we got stuff on grass and things really get busy then. So they're on vacation. I just got the bobcat started, so we're gonna go start feeding this stuff in here at the yard. Okay, so I'm done feeding these calves in the feedlot, and I'm done with my pig chores. I think I'm gonna run down the creek now and check out the cows. We set bales out for them, I think it was 2 days ago now, so I'm gonna run down there and see how they're doing on hay and see if they're gonna need more, or to see if they got enough to last them another day, because it's not completely dried out yet as far as our moisture and stuff, but we got green grass coming up, so I'm hoping that we won't have to feed them any more hay. Hopefully they can hopefully they'll be out grazing enough that we don't have to worry about feeding them hay, but we'll go down there and check and see what it looks like. So I've been just kind of eyeballing, like their Milo. I've been giving them, you know, whatever. Like I'll give them a quarter of a bucket, and then if they eat it all, they eat it all. If not, then I'll back off a little bit. But if they eat it all, I'll give them more the next day. So I've just been kind of watching what they're eating and seeing how much to give them. The soybean meal and the milk replacer, I've just been kind of eyeballing. I want them to get good protein, but I don't want them to have too much. But I've just been kind of eyeballing it, depending on how much Milo I'm feeding them. But we're finally getting this milk replacer used up. So today is Saturday, so I've had my pigs for a week now. So they've been inside in the barn for a week in their inside pen here. So I just wanted to keep them inside for a week, just so they get acclimated to being here and they know this is their home, they know where they get fed, and to make sure they're eating enough and stuff. So today I'm gonna go ahead and take down that panel with the plywood on it, and I'm going to let them outside into that outside pen that I made, so they can kind of graze on some grass. Now they'll be able to go outside and enjoy the sunlight a little better than they have been in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that panel down, and we'll let them go outside and graze and see if they escape. Hopefully not, but if they do, I guess I'll just have to catch them. So my tentative plan as of right now is, as long as we don't get a bunch of rain and the creek doesn't flood, then I'll be able to string electric fences down here. So I'll just keep this pen here, and this will be where they get watered and grain. And once I get them trained to electric fence, then I can string electric fence and just kind of move them through this whole bottom here, and I can just slowly graze through all this. So yeah, it'll I think that'll work pretty good as long as I get them trained to the electric fence all right. Then I can just move them through this bottom, and I'll have a bunch of green grass to graze in each strip. And then yeah, they got some green grass here in this pen. I think they're enjoying being outside. So today it's supposed to rain it's supposed to start raining this afternoon. It's supposed to rain all night, and then part of the day tomorrow, and the wind's supposed to blow 40 mile an hour for the next 3 days. So the cows, we haven't been feeding them for the last probably 4 days now, just because after that last rain we got a bunch of green grass and they're out grazing. I mean, I took a bale down to them yesterday morning and they didn't even come touch it or nothing. They were all occupied with the green grass out across the creek. So we haven't been feeding them. But with this rain and this cold coming, depending on how much rain we get and if that wind's really blowing like they say it's going to, then it's gonna not be the most fun weather to be out grazing in. So we're just gonna go ahead and take 3 bales down to them, so there'll be a total of 4 bales down there, just for a little something to get them through. So if they decide to come hunker down in the creek, then they'll have some feed to eat that they won't have to go out grazing for. It'll just make me feel a little better anyways. But so yeah, Mom and Dad are coming home from vacation today, so we'll figure out if I did everything right or not tonight. So with our tractor we can carry 4 bales, so it would only been 1 trip with the tractor, but I already had the Bobcat started and I already had my pickup started, so I didn't think it was worth starting the tractor to come down here just for 1 trip. So I was gonna make 3 quick trips with my pickup, and then I'll just come down here and push them off on the little hill down here, and then that'll make it a little faster. So I didn't film it over the weekend, but Grandpa spread some alfalfa in one of our hay fields. We planted alfalfa in it last year, I believe it was, and there was just some spots that didn't come in very well, just some low spots where the seed maybe washed, or just where it wasn't quite as thick. So Grandpa we got a little spreader that goes on the back of a tractor that's just PTO driven. So Grandpa took it out there and spread some alfalfa over the weekend. So we're kind of hoping for some rain, because that'd give that seed a good chance to get grown. We just spread it on top of the ground, so we're hoping to get some rain here, so it'll kind of like mix that seed into the soil a little bit and give it some moisture to give it a good start here, and then hopefully it can take off after that. But so yeah, I don't know how much we're gonna get. At one point they were talking about like 1 inch, but now it might be more than half, might be closer to 1/2 inch. I'm really not sure. So but even when they predict that stuff, you never really know until it happens anyways. So we'll probably find out tomorrow how much we end up getting. It's not supposed to start raining till like 5 o'clock tonight, and well, actually it's supposed to be like thunderstorms tonight. So hopefully it's just rain, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be just rain. So hopefully we don't get any hail or anything. I think it's still a little too early in the year for hail, but so yeah. But anyway, I got this last bale on my pickup here, and we're just getting down here. So we'll kick it off the pickup, and then and then I need to grab a bale and run it up to the bulls and feed them quick, and then chores should be done. Well, and then feed the pigs.
Don't put this tire here.
Okay, now you get lower. Okay, you hold it, I'll get lower. Now you get lower. Yeah. Take that, bale. This is why I don't go to the gym. Yeah, that kind of sucked. So the cows are pretty content. I don't know if you can see them, but they're right out there across the creek. And if it was a month ago or even a couple weeks ago, they would be all in here following the pickup around wanting hay. So it's good to see that they're fine with being out grazing, because there's green grass. So, and then that saves us feed costs on feeding hay as well. So it's good to see. I'm glad we got that rain and got some green grass coming. So hopefully we get another rain and this stuff will just continue to grow. So out there across the creek, there's a lot of old grass. So there's a lot of old grass covering, you know, the taller old grass, and then that green grass is coming in between it and below it and stuff. So every time them cows go down for a bite of that green grass, they get a big mouthful of that old grass as well. So they're getting pretty full, which is good. So yeah, so today is middle of April, so we will be calving here a couple weeks. Maybe next weekend we might have some calf, or this weekend. Well, no, probably next weekend. Next weekend we'll have some calves on the ground. But this week, no, probably not, unless something is pretty early. But anyways, yeah, cows are fed. Alright guys, so I know this video has kind of been all over the place and kind of jumping from day to day, but really didn't do much super interesting while Dad was gone. It was just kind of checking fences and stuff like that. So I didn't film it, I guess. So really didn't do nothing interesting. This video is kind of like 3 days over the span of 5 days that I filmed. So anyways, kind of a mess, kind of all over the place, but so I apologize for that, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching. Thanks for all the likes and comments and all that stuff. We love hearing from you. So if you got a comment, comment it down below. If you got a question or just maybe a joke, if you got a funny joke, sure. Anyways, I guess with that, that's just what I'm gonna do for this video. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and as always, we'll catch you in the next one.